Hi Aries, welcome to your general read with me, Lucy. So this is Aries sun, moon, or rising. This reading could be for Aries. As I was just pre-shuffling the cards and getting into your energy, I had two cards fall out. I have Protecting Treasure and Yin and Yang. These are two different decks, but I feel like you're feeling inspired to act on something. You feel like you need to do something, you need to make a move on something, but this is a time of risk. So I feel like there's this tug of war within you that's like, I need to do something about this. I need to take action on a situation. But then there's a more logical part of you that's kind of telling you to be more passive and kind of wait something out before you just act. So there's this tug of war between your instincts and your intuition and your logical self and your mind, what your head is telling you. But you're feeling like a fire within you to, I don't know what this is as of yet, but yeah, you feel this fire to this inspiration to do something, but then your mind is telling you no. Okay, so let's pull some tarot. Let's get into the tarot for Aries, please. Got the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, it has to do with other people, right? Like you're wanting to show something to other people or say something to other people. And then we have Justice here. This is like that yin and yang that we had that came out in the pre-shuffle. There's this two sides to something, two sides to a coin, two sides to a situation, two parts of you telling you to do two different things. I heard consequences. So like the consequences of your actions. There's also something about the truth coming out as well. And I want to say, if this is a time where you are like collaborating with other people and there's a contract, this would be, I feel like, something your instincts are telling you to go for it, is what I want to say. But then there's you may have to ask a lot of questions, or you may have to sign some paperwork, and it's really important to just dot all your I's, cross all your T's, read everything thoroughly. Yeah, we've got the devil underneath the deck. You don't want to get tied into something that you don't mean to, right? That's could be another part of it that's coming through now. You feel instinctually like you should do something in a situation, but part of you is telling you not to. So you don't want to get yourself into a situation that's bigger than you think it is, maybe, because I'm seeing like an iceberg too, like how much is hidden underneath the surface. It is so much bigger than what's above water. Any more, please? Interesting. So we've got the Magician, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. It's funny because I would call the King of Pentacles very logical when it comes to time, energy, investments. This is like that. He's Daddy Warbucks, right? Like he's not going to sign a contract if it's not, totally in his favor. Or, I mean, Daddy Warbucks wasn't he a good guy in that movie? But you know what I mean? Like, this is a person that's very well off in comparison to, I feel like, this Queen of Cups, who they might be inclined to reach out to. I also feel like this is two parts of you. And the Magician is your solar plexus, like your personal power. And then the Magician has all the tools of the tarot, the cup, the wand, the sword, the pentacle. And then the Queen of Cups, that intuition I talked about with the yin and yang, your intuition, your gut feelings versus that logical mind. And I feel like the logical mind usually wins out over the Queen of Cups here, the King of Pentacles. The masculine energy is facing forward, right? And then that feminine energy is within. There's something that's in your emotional awareness, and your instincts are telling you you want to do one thing, but then your mind is give me more on this Justice. Because something's got to be fair, right? Like justice is about fairness, the truth above all else. I want to say, and I didn't mention it when I first talked about, oh my gosh, yeah, the High Priestess and the Sun, that is major clarity, sorry if you guys can hear my dryer. Wow. I feel like you know something is going to make you really happy. This is also talks about like looking for answers within to find, you know, the right path for you, this sun path. Because Justice, you're like weighing something up, and you know some things that might not be readily available to other people in regards to this situation. But what I wanted to say is, on this, in regards to this reading, like with protected treasure here, you're divinely protected and divinely directed. So yes, it's a time of risk in your life. Like it feels like whatever this choice is, that it's risky, you are protected and you are to trust your intuition. You are divinely directed. My nose is like itching like crazy now that I said that. All right, give me more on this Three of Pentacles. Yeah, we've got the Empress in reverse, the Eight of Swords, and the Moon. So remember I talked about the moon energy at the beginning of your reading, like that yin and yang, the white dog on the card and the brown dog. It's the instinctual part of you and the logical part of you. When the Empress is in reverse, you are very, it's not to say that your logic is correct, but you're more in the headspace, right? And then the Eight of Swords and the Moon, you are boxing yourself in. You're letting your mind race and boxing yourself in. I feel like you don't want to feel boxed in. You're afraid if you work with someone else or like get yourself into this situation that you're going to be boxed in. Also, the Empress in reverse can be like a very overprotective energy, a like feminine domineering energy, which can really like stifle something, which can like overwatering a plant, or it's like overdoing it with something to the point where it hinders it, even though it's something that entity needs. Does that make sense? Like putting too much into something. That's the fear there. Like you don't want to be boxed in, and you may also like you don't want someone else to be dependent on you in a situation. Give me more on the Magician here. Aries' personal power, their intention. We've got the Tower, the Nine of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. That's major energy, which even in your first three cards, you had two major arcana out of three, which is nuts. Why? I asked why you had the Seven of Swords with the Magician, because the Seven of Swords, it's not always like a terrible energy. It's not always, you know, lying, cheating, and stealing. It's a card of strategy as well. And I have the Two of Wands and the the Two of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So this is strategy. The Two of Wands, it's like figuring out your plan and how you're going to move forward. And then the Knight of Swords is like once your mind is set, you like charge in. So you are being strategic. I don't know if you are trying to get out of a situation before it falls apart. And like I said, like you're divinely protected, divinely directed, even though this is a period where things are kind of up in the air. I don't know if you like fear that happening. So you're like, these are the tools that I have. I'm going to get myself out of a situation before it falls apart. Or this is really interesting. I'm confused on whether you want it to fall apart or you are not wanting it to. Because with Justice, you had the High Priestess and the Sun. This is like a secret coming to light, a truth coming to light, and like trusting in, you know, divine order, divine law. Yeah, I just feel like so I'm going to wrap this up a bit. I feel like there's this energy within you to take action on something. And yeah, it's that yin and yang. It's that, do I act on this? Do I not? Am I passive? Am I active? It's a time of risk, but you're protected. I don't know if the fire there is anger or if it's inspiration, right? But because they're so similar. And then the Three of Pentacles, Justice, and the Magician. In some area of your life where you are collaborating with another person, it could be a partnership of some sort. You may have paperwork that you are signing between you and another person. I feel like whatever it is, it's going to work out in your favor with justice being here. There's going to be fairness, and if something wasn't fair, it's going to be made fair. And I feel like you're really guarded against there being some kind of deceit in this situation. Like I said, I feel like you don't want to get too deep into something and then have a tower moment, right? Have everything fall apart. But from what I can see, whatever is hidden will come to light. Whatever your intuition is telling you, your impulse, your gut feeling, that's correct. And something is going to work out in your favor. Trust your intuition, trust your spidey senses. If you're feeling some kind of way in a situation that deals with other people, possibly paperwork, possibly the law with justice being here. But yeah, Aries, you're going to be good. You're going to be fine and dandy. All right, that's what I have for you. Sending you guys lots of love. Wishing y'all the best. If you want to hit the like button since you lasted this long, it really helps out the channel. If you want to subscribe for more readings from me, that would be great. Bye, Aries.